What you are about to see might help you have your first lucid dream tonight, effortlessly. And that's not an exaggeration. Because when you understand how the world of dreams works, something unlocks. This place you are entering doesn't follow normal rules. Here, your mind takes control and starts mixing memories, ideas, and emotions as if they were modeling clay. Sometimes we dream and don't even notice. But other times, something different happens. Suddenly, you realize that you are dreaming. And then everything changes. You are no longer just a spectator. You are the protagonist and also the director. Can you imagine realizing you are in a dream while you are living it? What if you could fly over a city made of music? Or create a staircase that climbs to space just by thinking about it? What if you could talk to a part of yourself that normally stays silent? In this journey, I'm going to show you what lucid dreams are, how they work, and what happens in your brain when they occur. And above all, how you can learn to have them too. Let's begin. What is a lucid dream? A lucid dream is, basically, dreaming, knowing that you are dreaming. And that changes everything. Imagine you are in a common dream. You are walking along a beach, and suddenly, the sea is made of jelly. Or a person speaks to you with a robot voice. And there, something in your head clicks. Wait, this can't be real. That click is lucidity. In that moment, you realize, I am dreaming. And even if everything is unreal, it feels incredibly real. The colors, the sounds, the wind, everything is there. But you know you are not experiencing it while awake. Most lucid dreams start with a small error, something that doesn't fit. And upon noticing it, you become conscious within the dream. And what can be done from there? A lot. You can try flying, breathing underwater, visiting impossible places. Some people talk to characters in their dream as if they were parts of their mind. Others simply walk and observe. You can't always control everything. Sometimes the dream takes you where it wants. But having awareness within it is already a very powerful experience. Besides, it's not just for fun. You can also use it to overcome fears, visualize ideas, or practice things that are difficult for you in real life. And the best part, this is not a special talent. It's not something you have or don't have. Anyone can learn to have lucid dreams. It only takes one thing, attention, and a desire to explore your mind from within. Now that you know what they are, let's look at some myths worth tearing down. Myths versus reality. There are many myths about lucid dreams, and if you want to have one, the first thing is to know what things are true and what things are not. Myth number 1, only some people can have lucid dreams. False. Anyone can have them. Your brain already comes with everything necessary. You don't need a magical gift or a cosmic connection. All it takes is practice, patience, and paying attention to the details. Myth number 2, if you have a lucid dream, you can control everything however you want. That is also false. Having lucidity doesn't mean being a god in your head. Yes, sometimes you can fly, change the setting, or summon things. But other times, the dream continues on its own, and you just live it with awareness. And that is also incredible. Myth number 3, lucid dreams are dangerous. No, you won't get trapped. You won't wake up with a damaged mind. You won't invoke anything strange. It is a completely natural state. The only thing that changes is that you realize you are dreaming. Can it have negative effects? Yes, if you become obsessed or don't sleep well, but that happens with anything poorly practiced. If you do it calmly, it is safe and fascinating. When you understand the truth behind the myths, lucid dreams stop looking like a strange trick, and they become a mental skill, one that we can all develop. Now that we've thrown these myths in the trash, let's dive deeper. Literally. Let's see what is happening in your brain when you dream with lucidity. What happens in your brain? This is where the part that seems like magic begins, but it's purely mind. When a lucid dream occurs, it doesn't appear out of nowhere. It's the result of brain regions that wake up a little while you sleep. And that little bit is enough for you to realize that you are dreaming. First, let's talk about REM sleep. It is the phase where your eyes move rapidly under your eyelids, the dream stories become intense, and the body remains still so you don't act out what you dream. In REM, your internal world is at full volume. Lights, sounds, emotions, mixed memories. It's the perfect scenario for lucidity to appear if you pay attention. Now, the long word I'm going to simplify, prefrontal cortex. Think of it as your director. When you are awake, it helps you make decisions, focus, and say, this is real, this is not. In normal dreams, that director is half asleep. In a lucid dream, it turns on a little more. Not 100%, just enough for that little voice to emerge that says, I am dreaming. You don't need to memorize names. Stick with the idea. A part of you becomes attentive again. Then there's the amygdala, your emotional alarm. If it sounds too loud, the dream can become chaotic or you might wake up. In lucidity, you learn to lower the volume. You breathe, you calm down, and you stay inside. It's like telling the mind, relax, we've got this. Something key also appears, self-awareness. That feeling of, I am here. It's like looking at yourself in a mirror inside the dream and knowing that mirror is you. When that self-awareness rises, you can better choose what to do. Explore, ask, observe, play. It's not absolute control, it's presence. And presence changes everything. Another important detail, memory. If you remember that you wanted to do a reality check, it's because part of your waking memory slipped into the dream. That bridge between your waking self and your dreaming self is what sustains lucidity. That's why dream journals are useful. They train that bridge. So, what happens in your brain? A fine balance. You sleep enough to dream strongly, but you turn on just enough to know it. Emotions are alive, but not out of control. Attention is awake, but not so much as to cut the movie short. And here comes the practical part. You can train that balance. With simple techniques, you teach your mind to recognize cues, to calm down when emotion rises, and to remember goals within the dream. That makes lucidity repeatable, not a stroke of luck. It's science applied to your night. A final point, the body. Although you are immobile, your breathing and heart rate accompany the adventure. If you get agitated, they rise. If you relax, they fall. That signal also helps you. If you speed up, pause, breathe, and the dream stabilizes. It's like surfing a wave, balance, attention, and patience. With practice, that wave stops being scary and starts taking you further. The more you train it, the more it becomes. Benefits and risks. Lucid dreams are not just fun dreams. They have clear benefits and some precautions. Let's start with the good part. Benefit 1. Facing fears. If something that scares you appears, you can look it in the eye and decide what to do. Some people transform monsters into guides or stay still until the fear subsides. That also trains your courage when you are awake. Benefit 2. Creativity. In a lucid dream, you can combine impossible ideas, a melody with an image, a scene with a solution. Many artists, programmers, and students use that spark to unblock projects, imagine designs, or rehearse presentations. Benefit 3. Mental practice. It doesn't replace real practice, but it helps. You can rehearse a talk, a dance step, a play. Repeating it with confidence in the dream improves your confidence the next day. Benefit 4. Self-knowledge. By talking to dream characters or following your curiosity, you see how your mind reacts without filters. That gives you clues. What worries you, what you desire, what you need to work on. Now, the precautions. They are not meant to scare you, but to protect you. Risk 1. Sleeping worse due to obsession. If you force techniques every night, your rest can suffer. Solution. Choose days, rotate methods, and respect your sleep. Risk 2. Waking up from excitement. The first time you realize it, adrenaline spikes and boom, you wake up. Solution. Breathe, rub your hands in the dream, look at something stable, and continue. Risk 3. Confusing reality and dream. It's rare, but if you sleep little and do too many checks, it can be confusing. Solution. Set limits, write down what you do, and rest well. Risk 4. Pre-existing sleep problems. If you already have insomnia, recurrent nightmares, or parasomnia, it's better to consult a professional before practicing. In summary, lucid dreams are a powerful tool. Used calmly, they add well-being, creativity, and courage. The secret is simple: balance. How a lucid dream is activated. To activate a lucid dream, you don't need magic. You need to prepare your mind. 3 simple tools will help you: reality checks, a dream journal, and the WTB technique. First, reality checks. They are small tests during the day to train the key question: am I dreaming? Choose 1 or 2 and repeat them several times. Look at your hands and count your fingers. Cover your nose and try to breathe. Read a sentence, look away, and read it again. In the dream, something doesn't add up. The hands change, you can breathe with your nose covered, the text is distorted. If you train these checks while awake, they will appear inside the dream and give you lucidity. Second, dream journal. When you wake up, don't touch your phone. Close your eyes, reconstruct the story, and write down everything you remember: places, people, oddities. Even if they are just fragments. This habit does 2 things at once. It improves your dream memory and sends a signal to your mind that dreams matter. The more you remember, the easier it is to recognize weird details that wake up your lucidity. Third, WBTB, wake back to bed. It works like this. You go to sleep, set an alarm for 5 or 6 hours later, get up gently, stay awake for 10 to 20 minutes thinking about lucid dreams, and go back to sleep. In that second part of the night there is more REM sleep, which is why the technique is so effective. Add a clear intention: when I dream, I will realize that I am dreaming. Combine the 3 tools. During the day, reality checks. In the morning, the journal. Some nights, WBTB. You don't need to do it perfectly. You need to do it consistently. With that routine, your mind learns to turn on the light just when the dream begins. Try a brief meditation before sleeping to calm the mind.